Could the presence of Western troops in Ukraine become a reality? French President Emmanuel Macron seems to think it's not off the table. In a recent interview on French national television TF1 and France 2, he reiterated his stance that the option should not be definitively ruled out. This is not the first time Macron has voiced this perspective. Last month, he publicly raised the prospect of sending Western troops to Ukraine, a notion that met with resistance from other European leaders who asserted they had no plans to follow that course. Macron, however, remained undeterred. "We're not in that situation today," he admitted, but was quick to add that all these options are possible. The French president didn't elaborate on the circumstances under which France would be ready to deploy troops, but he emphasized that the decision would be driven by Moscow's actions, not France's. In a firm tone, Macron asserted that France would not initiate an offensive into Ukraine against Russia. Yet he emphasized the importance of strength, saying, "Today, to have peace in Ukraine, we must not be weak." He described the Russia-Ukraine war as existential to France and Europe, adding that any escalation of the war into Europe would be Russia's sole responsibility. This interview followed a debate in the French Parliament on the country's Ukraine strategy. Both the National Assembly and the Senate gave symbolic approval to a 10-year bilateral security agreement signed last month between Macron and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Macron also revealed plans to discuss further support for Ukraine in an upcoming meeting with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz and Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk in Berlin. However, Macron's stance on potential troop deployment has not been universally well received. His comments at a Paris conference on Ukraine last month sparked an outcry from other leaders. Scholz, in particular, appeared to contradict Macron, stating that there would be no ground troops on Ukrainian soil sent by European states. Despite these disagreements, Scholz dismissed any speculation of frictions between France and Germany, insisting on his very good personal relationship with Macron. He also emphasized the importance of supporting Ukraine, describing it as a practical question of ensuring sufficient ammunition, artillery, and air defense. As we navigate these tumultuous times, the conversations, debates, and decisions made by these world leaders will undoubtedly shape the course of Ukraine's future and potentially the stability of Europe as a whole.